What's up, guys? On the fly and the final score back. We're doing a Monday update. Uh, kind of a slow day. I worked today because got some people on vacation where I work, so I had to work for a while today, which I'm working every day this week till Saturday. So kind of a busy week on and off the podcast. So um, just looking through some of the stuff. It's I see Motley Crue has said, Nikki Six said he is John Five has re-inspired Motley Crue. So I guess that's why they're in the studio now, because he has re-inspired them. They needed some young blood uh coming there. Said, let's see what Nikki says. It's nothing against any other musician that you play with. Just when you play with new musicians, you play differently. We're still playing the same song that people want to hear, but it kind of like re-inspires you. And I'm sure the same thing would happen if they got a new bass player. They're like, oh, wow, he's attacking it differently. So it's never about how bad anybody was. I wonder what that means. Um, are we going to throw more shade at Mick? Probably wouldn't be a good idea right now when you're middle of a lawsuit to throw shade at your ex guitar player that's suing the band. So, um, I watched Creed 3. Anybody knows me knows I'm a huge Rocky fan. Yeah, the whole series, except for 5. 5 was not good. It had its moments, but overall, not good. In the Creed series so far, I've been a big fan of. This one was interesting. I mean, of course, Sylvester Stallone's not in. There's no mention of Rocky, and that's because he's what is that guy's name? Erwin Mayer, whatever his name is, Winkler or something like that. He's having some kind of feud with him over the rights to the name and all this stuff. But Creed 3, it tells a good story, but there's a part I don't want to give it away too much, especially when I'm going to probably talk about it on the podcast soon. Um, there's a part in there that and I know you can't do the same Rocky movie over and over again. I get that, but there's a traditional part in the Rocky movies that I always enjoy. Even on Rocky 5, I enjoyed this part of the movie, but they kind of messed this up for me on this one. That was the big disappointment point part. Great story with, Adonis having a kid or having a guy from his past when he was if you haven't watched, Adonis came from like a group home. He had a troubled childhood with his mom died. That the one that Apollo Creed was seeing behind his wife's back, and uh, his mom died, and he got put from group home to group home. And I guess this guy kind of became friends with him at an early age. This guy goes to jail for like 18 years, and uh, for something that Adonis probably should have been in jail for too. And Adonis got away with it. He pulls a whole guilt trip. But anyway, you have to watch it. And when I talk about it on the podcast, maybe I'll do a Creed 3 uh, episode because I've been really looking forward to it for a while. And to say I was a little disappointed, yeah, I was a little disappointed, but I'll go back and watch it again just to see. When it comes out, I'll watch it again and see how if it grows on me at all. So, um, about to go check out one of my daughter's good friends, best friends is she's a softball coach. I'm about to go check them out. They're playing at 4 o'clock, and which the softball field is right in my backyard, so I can walk to that. So I'm not pressed for time or anything. But another thing I want to talk about while we're on the subject of coaching, I'm a coach. I'm a volunteer coach. Have been for this was going into if they had me back, this would be my 13th year. Um, One thing I've tried never to do because I say two things. A coach that coaches, whether it's their niece, nephew, son, daughter, or, something like that. A coach is going to handle that two different ways. One coach is going to be even harder than he is on the rest of the team to those, whether so that it wouldn't look like they're being favoritism or nepotism, whatever you want to call it. And then there's another one that's just going to give that player, whether it's son, daughter, niece, nephew, or whatever, he's going to favorite him. And I've never been, of course, I think I coached my daughter T-ball. That was it. And I was kind of like hard on her in T-ball. I was like, no, you don't need to be doing that. You're going to sit in the bench if you don't do this. But, an issue with some of these coaches, that no matter what a kid does, kid could have a game where he got baseball. He goes 3 for 4, saves the game by making a great play in the infield, and yet you're gonna say, "Oh yeah, this kid that had one hit that had nothing to do with it, that is one of your favorites." Don't play favorites at coaches, guys. These kids are out there to have fun. Don't play favorites as coaches. Come on. I know it's easier said than done. I've been doing it for 13 years. And have I had times where I play favorites? Maybe when I first started, but the more I learned, the more I was like, no, we don't need, you can't play favorites. You can't treat one of them different than the other. Yeah, don't do that. It ruins, you're going to end up ruining the sport for a kid. And kudos, for the kids that have gone through that and are sticking with it, more power to you. I'm proud of you for sticking with it, because you got determination. Even that's going to go on in life later on in life, where when you're dealing with adversity, or maybe a workplace situation that's not ideal for you, you're going to stick with it and try to power through it. And that's important to do. So yeah, that just grinded my gears, like Peter Griffin would say. It grinds my gears to see stuff like that going on. But don't do that. I know you want to win. I want to win as a coach, but I can't let a kid, if he's the best player on the team and he comes in late every night for practice, and I've got a kid that gives it everything he's got, but it doesn't have that much talent. I can't do that to him. I can't let him do something that I wouldn't do to that kid. Anyway, so tonight was supposed to have an interview tonight on the podcast, and don't know what has happened. There was a mix-up on the date. I messaged the publicist back. Let me see if I've got a message back yet. No. So it was a mix-up on the date, and when I messaged the publicist back, it was like, well, no response. So I'm gonna just a misunderstanding happens. No big deal. We'll move on and we'll get it rescheduled. So tonight will not be a live show tonight unless I go live, later on. Maybe I will. Tomorrow night, Wednesday night, we've got interviews. Flint Adams and Michael Lee from Brickshore Media will be on. So get your comments ready. 8:00 both nights. And then Thursday night, I'm going on the Sports Objective podcast. David Richmond, Kyle Barber, and Bubba Rosenbaum, and Matt Lemenza. I think that's his name. I think I'm getting it right. Semenza. That's it, I think. So I'll be doing like a draft episode with them. And then 8:00 that night, I'll be doing a watch along of the NFL draft here. Right direct from the Final Score studios with the demon dog in the background. Watch this. Squirrel. Oh, wow. Is she dead? Mia. I don't know. There she goes. Anyway, like I said last week, guys, if you've got VHS tapes that are sitting there getting old and dusty, and you want to get them done, call me. I finished up some for a lady. I'm working on some for somebody right now. That hopefully I'll be finished. It won't be this week. I know that because I like to be here with it while I'm doing the transfer. But yeah, if you got old VHS tapes, whether it's weddings, uh, graduations, just any kind of special event or sports stuff, ball games, family reunions, stuff like that, hit me up. I will definitely do them for you as long as I'm it's nothing way off the wall as far as I've got the equipment to do it with. Certain things I don't have, but most of the time the camcorder tapes that you fit in an adapter, I've got those, and then the regular VHS, I can do those. So hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up on my email, the final score entertainment at gmail.com. Or if you know my number already, just text me. But yeah, check us out there. Looking at, I thought we had some breaking news, but maybe not. All this week is going to be a lot of talk about moving up in the draft. They're going to flip flop stuff as far as who wants to take number one. I think number one's done. I think number one's a done deal. But let's see. NBA investigating Hawks Murray for confronting refs. Yeah, okay. NFL news. Let's see if there's any breaking news right now. The Jets and the Packers are re-engaging in Rodgers trade talks. Mavericks re-engaging. What about the players? It was 5 players suspended indefinitely from the NFL for gambling. The Lions. I mean, it's the Lions that got the share, the more share of it. Are they going to ruin the Lions' momentum? Let's see. Oh yeah, 4 Lions involved in this. Violation was not for betting on football, but due to breaking a technical rule regarding the actual location which the online bet was placed. The agency added that the bet would have been permissible outside the facility. Wow. So are they are for the whole year? Let's see. 6 games, and for 2 of them, then 2 got indefinitely. And Washington Commanders defensive end Shaka Toney got a indefinite ban as well. Oh wow. Guess you don't need to bet in the facility. Not a smart thing to do. Calvin Ridley just got reinstated for being out for a whole year. So the Raiders are open to drafting a quarterback to compete with Garoppolo. Okay, whatever. Cowboys exercised CeeDee Lamb's 5th-year option. We knew that was coming. But anyway, yeah, we're looking forward to this week. Thursday night will be it's one of my favorite times in the NFL to draft, and hopefully you guys will tune in and check out the watch along, make your comments, make your picks as we go. I don't know how long I'll be up that night, but you can see do I look like a raccoon up here with these eyes? Good Lord, look rough, looking lousy, Joe Bob. But anyway, not many people in here right now, so I can. I'm just looking to see if anybody's commented on my other stuff. I never like to leave anybody out if I'm coming. I feel like I'm ignoring them. How about the Hurricanes? Didn't the Hurricanes move on yesterday? I think they did. I think so. Who liked that? L'Oreal Conley, whoever you are, thank you for the like. I appreciate that. I do think the Hurricanes moved on into the second round of the NHL playoffs yesterday. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Oh. Hurricanes push Islanders to the brink of elimination. So, no, they have not moved on. 3-1. So, it's 3-1 in the series. So, you still got one game to give. They come back to Raleigh tomorrow night to try to put it out or put it away. So, hopefully they'll do that. I know we got some Hurricane. Hill Bevins is a big time Hurricanes fan. He always tags me game day, feeling excited, game day for the Hurricanes. So hope they get that. If Carolina guy here, so got to pull for my Hurricanes, whether I'm a big fan of hockey or not. Anyway, that's probably good. That's going to do it. Maybe I'll come back later on. Since I don't have an interview tonight, maybe I'll come back later on and we'll talk a little bit. Get your questions ready. And but yeah, just kind of venting today. I didn't, like the Creed 3. Part of that I didn't really care for. And then coaches playing favorites. So, I hadn't really talked about anything like that before, but it was on my mind today. It was weighing on my mind today for some reason, and I just wanted to get it off my chest. I have got, this week with me working every day this week, I have trying. Hopefully, I get off early enough tomorrow where I can make my way over to Hosky and get energy tea from Hometown Nutrition. The ladies over there at Hometown Nutrition. I haven't missed a week, I don't think, since they've been open. Yeah, I'm an addict. And hopefully me and my daughter can get over there tomorrow, but we'll see. Oh, yeah. Before I forget, how could I forget? Rage Wrestling last Saturday night. I was there filming. I don't know if any of you guys got out there to it. Really good night, really great night of wrestling action. New American Heritage Champion crowned in that tournament. Seymour Snot. Yeah, that's right. You heard me right. His name is Seymour Snot. Is the new American Heritage Rage Wrestling American Heritage Heavyweight Champion. So, congratulations to Seymour. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. I sound like Norm Macdonald playing Burt Reynolds on Celebrity Jeopardy. But yeah, really good night of action. Geordie Bulldogs regained the Rage World Tag Team Championships from what's her name? Freaks, Real Life Freaks. Yeah, that's them. Trimmer and Joe King. But yeah, it was a good night. Good crowd at Halifax Academy. I heard they did well. They were raising money for charity. I heard they did well. I don't know the exact figure, but I knew a roundabout. But I don't want to say until without knowing for sure. Excuse me. But yeah, it was a fun night. Rainy night. On the way up there, it was raining, and what else was it? It was something else I was going to tell you guys about, and dadgummit. Anyway, it'll come to me later on, maybe tonight when I'm on. But all right, I'm going to go get ready and head over to the ball field and watch this softball game. So maybe I'll see you guys later on night. If not, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you next time on the Final Score on the Fly.